Hey guys, welcome to my life. Welcome to Draw My Life. I really don't know how to do any of these things. But throughout my life, I have always wanted to be a YouTuber, and you guys have made that dream come true. Thank you all so much for making a fantasy become a reality. I really appreciate it. You have no clue how much farther I made it than I thought I would have ever made it. I thought I was gonna get like 3 or 4. I thought I would just get like 3 or 4 subscribers and then that would be it. But no, I've reached almost 34 subscribers, if not 34 by now. I haven't checked my number count in a while. But the last time I checked it, it was like 33. And I was like, whoa. I've made it way longer, way farther than I thought I would have. This is a huge milestone for me because I never thought I'd make it so far. So many people were disencouraging me, telling me that YouTube was a bad idea because creeps would try to stalk me and stuff like that. That's just one of the risks of doing YouTube, and I am willing to take that risk. But for so long, people have been telling me it's not a good idea, don't do it. There's only a few people that I know that told me, yeah, this is a good idea. If this is what you want to do, go do it. So I did it because YouTube is basically my family now. It's this whole other family that where you guys are the members and it's like I'm the parent. And I thank you guys so much. No, this right here is not what I look like at all. I look way less cool than that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for just supporting me. And yeah, just thank you. Thank you all so much. Like, I've never thought I was gonna make it this far. And just the thought of that I did, I'm just like, wow, this is insane. So thank you guys so much for just being there for me. So many encouraging comments have come in, like, this is a great channel, how do I join, and stuff like that. Thank you. You have no clue how much that means to me. Like, coming up on 30, like, I'm 20 subscribers away from the big 50. It's just mind-blowing. Yeah, I'm just gonna save this real quick. That's safe now, I hope. But thank you all so much. And it really I'm just like, wow. I've made it so much farther than I thought I would have. So much farther. Like, wow. I never realized, or just took the time to think. Like, hey, I'm bigger than anybody ever told me I could be bigger. Because everybody was just telling me, no, don't do it. But I didn't listen to them, and now look at me. I'm doing a Draw My Life type thing. This is going to be a pretty long video, like the videos I've posted. The last 3 videos I've posted. Well, that last one that has no views last time I checked. It's been up for almost 24 hours. That one, I'm not too surprised about. I did get a lot more views than I thought I've got. I'm pretty sure in a total I have like 1,000 views. Like, I'm about to go check. Yeah, let's go check that real quick. Thank you guys so much. Click, click, click. No, I definitely wasn't copying stuff like that. But anyhow, like, let's go ahead and go to my workshop real quick. I mean, like, Creator Studio. You have no clue. 820 views. That's almost, like, watch time minutes. 913 minutes. That's insane. My FNAF Theory has 4 comments, 1 like, and 26 views in under the course of 24 hours. This only has 1 view, I'm not too surprised about that. This one has 16, and 1 person liked on it, and I'm really happy about that. Sure, that's not this shit again. I've created 54 videos, and you have no clue how much it means to me when people say such encouraging words. I started all the way back in, let's look. I started all the way back and on March 22nd, 2017 at 7:13 p.m. That's when this video is uploaded. And then 1 day later, the next day, I uploaded Super Mario Maker Part 1. Me on my day-to-day basis. Weird Objects in the Sky. Weird Objects in the Sky actually did way better than I thought it would. What's my mouth challenge? Fidget tricks with ring. I don't know where that ring went though. There's Red Lightning. Got 11 views. Fidget spinner came finally. 22. Ace of Special Warning, very cringy. We're not gonna talk about that. Long story short, this happened.
Something we had to post this on YouTube, but I really need to know.
Yep, okay, that's it. Have fun watching that, but go watch that by yourself. It's not that good. Human Pinball, though, that actually got quite a few views. Like, it actually got quite a few views. Human Pinball, this is actually probably one I'm most proud of.
Hey, what is up, guys? Red Wolf here, and today we are going to be playing some of this. And, yeah. I recorded this video, but I kind of messed up. Yeah. But I am going to show you how to do this. Again, this is like the 3rd time I've made this. That one messed up last time, so I'm hoping I can do a little better. Yeah, warning, make sure you do put these in the right spots. So, this is like the 5th time I've tried to record a video. This video. Right. There we go. I'm trying to find some good plot where I can just kind of build. Don't have to worry about spacing. You know what, let's go into a flat world real quick. Single player, new world.
This video was created in January 2nd, 2018. The 2nd day of 2018. And I'm really proud of it. And I left a few of these down here, and I forget. Yeah, for me on Roblox, it's been 2 days.
So,
what's your Roblox name?
what
You
you're going to
reply.
need is you're going to need,
Yeah, you don't need to see that, because I don't play Roblox. Definitely not. I'm kidding, I play Roblox sometimes. Hardly.
wooden.
Fidget spinner came finally.
Yet, you. What is up, guys? Red Wolf. Yet, you actually don't have one at all. You're not going to get one, so you can't do a fidget spinner review. Well, those people, you're wrong. You got my fidget spinner. It came in the mail today. And
Look at this noob YouTuber. Horrible audio, horrible graphics. The hair.
It's just a normal fidget spinner. It's something fidget spinner called a vibrating fidget spinner. What that means is
Yeah, that's just a normal. That's just a normal thing. It's just a normal fidget spinner. I forgot how bad I was at these.
Right here. There we go. That's all the fidget spinner.
Oh my god, that's when I had my old alarm.
Oh yeah, another cool thing about it.
Wait a minute. I didn't even have my computer yet. Yeah, I didn't even have my computer then. Wow.
That's all the fidget spinner.
But yeah, that's just insane. Thank you guys so much. You have no clue how much it means to me doing that. Like, just supporting me so much. I thank you. I really do. That's coming from the bottom of my heart. Now I have to figure out how to erase this. How? Easily. Well, this is gonna be fun, isn't it? Or I can just spam this. You guys get to see the whole process of this being made. Okay. Let's just go ahead and redo this. I'm just gonna reopen Paint. But yes, guys, thank you so much. So, I was born, let's say, in Columbus, Ohio, because I was never really told where I was born. I don't know why, but I just wasn't told. Or I just never was paying attention when they were telling me where I was born. But either way, they said I was a pretty big baby. They said some stuff like they called me Goblin because I'd always laugh like a goblin would or something like that from the Labyrinth, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's pretty much just the normal stuff that you'd expect from a parent. Say some weird stuff about a kid, like just in case say stuff that will embarrass them. But yeah, I was really weird, like next level weird. Dad was 100% sure I was his kid because, one, I was like, they both said that I was super pale. Like, super pale. So, they said I pretty much looked like a little, like, oh god, what have I done? But they said I looked like a little bit of just kind of a little peach. That's what they said I looked like. They said I looked like a peach when I was born. They said I weighed something like 2 or 3 pounds. That's like a lot. Apparently that's a lot for a newborn baby. I don't know if that's true or not. But I believe my parents. And yeah. They said I was a pretty muscle type baby. And I highly doubt that because, I mean, if you looked at me now, you'd definitely see the difference between this thing and this. Yeah, you'll definitely see the difference if you knew me. This is pretty much what I used to look like, but now I've lost some weight, and now I look more like this. Now I'm sure most of you are wondering, like, hey, why is he telling me this? But trust me, it ties on a little bit more in the end. So, weird baby, that kind of stuff. But funny story. My dad said that one day he was in the kitchen, like, making lunch and stuff like that. Well, apparently, at the age of like 2, my dad cussed quite a bit. But hey, I mean, I couldn't blame him. He was a dad. Who wouldn't cuss like that? But he cussed sometimes, and yeah, he still cusses quite often now. But hey, I love him for him. I love it for him. I love him for it. He's my dad. But anywho, he was making lunch one day, and I was like 2, maybe 3 years old, and he said he was making us lunch. So my mom had gone for work and all this stuff, so he was making grilled cheese, and apparently I cussed. I said fuck. I said lunch, and he said nobody, not yet. I just sat under the baby gate and said fuck, which I found kind of funny because I don't know. It just felt weird, just knowing that I said that, me. But anywho, yeah, I guess I said that. And it was so funny. Like, when I first heard it, I was like, wow, I was a savage baby. But, you know, my mom didn't care much for that. Him just letting me kind of cuss. Because apparently, when I went back to my mom's, I cussed up there, and I got smacked for it. But anywho. But he said he was making lunch, you know, and he had some real dark hair. Like, really dark hair. Like, not black, but like a super dark brown. Like, it looked like it was black. Hey, if you just looked at it, you would think it's black, but he just had some really long hair that came down to like his waist from his description of what he used to look like. Now he has dreads, which I think looks a lot better on him than his high school pictures. Yeah. But he was at the stove just making that, and this is pretty much the setup of our old apartment that we used to live in. It was this baby gate, like, and this little 2-year-old playing in here with some blocks or something like that. But yeah, I guess I just came up and asked for lunch, and he was like, I was just like scooting up, and then I said, and I just sat there, and I said, lunch? He said, no, buddy, not yet. Lunch isn't ready yet. And I guess he said it was one of my first words, which I found kind of funny. Again, my mom did not find that funny. I am really bad at drawing with mouse, like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, it was funny. Like, my first word, like, one of my first words ever. Like, one of my first words ever fuck. I guess my dad just started laughing. Like, I would laugh too. Like, if my kid cussed when he was younger, I honestly couldn't blame him. But, yeah, that's pretty much that story. I think that's probably my favorite story from when I was a little kid. But, yeah. And it pretty much just went from there. My first video game was this little system that had, like, a bunch of, like, games and stuff. It was, like, one of those little kid, like, joystick games, stuff like that. Like, Dora the Explorer. And that kind of stuff. This one had, like, racing, ping pong, like, that kind of stuff. So, I love this thing, apparently. Like, day and night loved it. And I remember sitting there and just playing it non-stop on our TV, our old box TV. Maybe it was the other one. Maybe it was the one with the flat screen that we have now. But anywho, yeah, apparently I'd play this thing like all day, every day, except for my break watching like Ninja Turtles, that kind of stuff, because I like Ninja Turtles a lot. So that was pretty much, it was my little gaming system. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and a few other things, but those two were the main things in my life. My dad said that he would make sure that he would never let me just sit there and watch the same show over and over again. He'd make me pick something else. And I was a pretty stubborn kid, and I can see that. I can definitely see that. And so I would just sit there and I would watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and play on this little old arcade system thing that I loved. I'm pretty sure I played that thing until I was like 5. That's when I got my DS. Which is going to be another part of this story. About me, of course. But yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm dying in here. Sorry if my voice is a little scratchy. But yeah, it was pretty much just... It revolved around Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and this gaming system that I got from, like, that looked like it was from the 80s. But I assure you, it was not from the 80s at all. But it was fun. Yeah. Like, I look at it sometimes and I'm like, wow, I can see myself playing that all day. Like, there's some things that you can look back on and be like, yeah, I can see myself doing that. And I just thought it was funny. But it was pretty much, it was a pretty simple life. And then after that, my dad mentioned something about this new thing that I had never heard, because I was homeschooled all through preschool, because all the preschools that I wanted to go to were full. What that means is there's not enough room for any other people in the facility. And when my grandmother came over, she homeschooled me. I was homeschooled until I was like 5 years old. We weren't the wealthiest of people, I assure you that right now. But we still were able to pay everything off, get some fun things, and get everything else that we needed. But this thing was also sometimes linked to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game that I'd also play sometimes, which is also something else non-related. But anywho, it was a pretty difficult time for me and my family because we weren't poor, but we weren't wealthy either. My mom had a pretty wealthy mom. But we made it through. And that made me and my dad decided, hey, you know what we can do? We can go to school together. I'm saving all these because I think they're cute. But I said, you know what? I said, Dad, I'm not too upset. He said, and then, but yeah, he told me about this new thing that I'd never heard of before. It was called school. Now, apparently, from other people's descriptions, school was magical, apparently, which I went there for 6 years, and trust me, dear God, it is not magical at all. But apparently, from people's descriptions, it was magical and fun and like really easy, some people said. I almost didn't make it through 5th grade. I almost flunked on math. But yeah, it was none of these things. Try this. These are the descriptions that I'd give it now. Not all school years were like this. It was just really difficult to get through some of these times. And other times, it wasn't hell at all. Sometimes it was magical and fun and easy, especially. Like, I got easy A's pretty easily. So it was, let's say, but yeah, it was easier than I thought it would be. It was a lot better than I thought it would be, at least. And then, like, my old descriptions, like hell and hard and like all that kind of stuff, like people, everybody's bullied at one point in time in their school life. And there was a specific time when since I was already used to homeschooling, because I'd done it once, I was like, hey, my dad won't care, because I was getting bullied in 3rd grade. And by this kid named Zach Kramer. And he lived up to the name. He did get creamed by me one day when I had enough, and my mom said that I can defend myself. Which is also going to be part of the story. But before we get to the bullying and stuff like that, when all this was going on, like getting ready for school, backpack, I was super excited. I really was. I seemed like that kindergartner who bought, like, so I can see why people call me gay and stuff like that. But it just really hit me hard that I was actually going to school. And I got this dog folder that had a bunch of golden retrievers on it. And at the time, golden retrievers were my favorite dog. And this guy that I met at open house, his name was Taggart. And I became really good friends with this kid at the time. And we actually ended up swapping notebooks with everybody else in the class. So, because the thing said, don't put your names on this. So my mom found that a little odd, but she is obedient, so she didn't do that. So I had, like, this really cool, well, in my opinion, at the time, like, this really cool, like, puppy binder that nobody else had. Like, nobody else had this cool binder. And I was like, yes, I got this. But then my teacher said, everyone put your binders on the desk. And I was like, why? But we all do what we were told. And I got this crappy printed one. That was just a normal binder. And my teacher made this for me. It was 5 frogs with saying Xander's binder. Like, not in any of those cool fonts or anything. It was just Arial font. And Taggart, the guy that I met at open house that I thought was really cool, he was over there and said, hey Xander, look. He had my binder. And I screamed and screamed at him to give it back. I yelled at my teacher. And they actually had to have my mom come pick me up because my dad was at college at the time because he wanted to get a robotics degree. I never got that binder back. So when my sister went to school, said the same thing, don't write your name on it. Mom didn't do that. She wrote her name on it. And she got the binder that she wanted. My mom and everybody else in my family, and the side of the family, was ready to rip heads. But I told him, hey, it's alright. There is really no reason to be mad about this. But anywho, let's take a step back. For school, I got this awesome thing that came out that I had asked for, like the original version of it. It was the most popular thing of my time when I started school. And that was the Nintendo 3DS. Like, this thing is the thing that one cool kid had that nobody else had. With its, like, its touch screen and all the buttons and top screen, bottom screen. It was amazing. I played this thing nonstop. All of my games that I played were on this thing for like 4 or 5 years until I was 10 when I got like a tablet. Well, yeah, probably closer to 7 I got it, so like 2 years after I got a tablet, which these things, along with that joystick thing that I would occasionally still play with, I actually found myself, and I was like, this is what I want to do with my life. I want to, because I was watching a lot of YouTube at the time, and nobody agreed with me playing video games this much, or anything like that. And I was like, yeah, buddy, if this is really what you want, then you go ahead and do that. And that's exactly what I did. I stuck with games, and I still play video games, like, nonstop all the time. And it's just crazy how much I've done, how, like, I've come, like, I went from this thing, like, I went from this to this. I went from this joystick to a whole new world of gaming experiences. I still love the joystick thing. I probably played it more than DS and my tablet combined. Don't judge me. It was fun, okay? But I was also starting to get into my dad's stuff that he used to play when he was a kid, like Pac-Man, that kind of stuff. It was really freaking fun. Like, I'd sit there and play those games like 10 hours a day. Not even kidding, not a joke. Like, on the weekends, I'd just sit there and play video games. Once I beat Super Mario 3 in one night because my dad had a bunch of friends over, and I just sat in the living room and played Super Mario 3 all night long until like 12 o'clock, where my dad was like, "Oh, you're still up." I forgot. Me and my friends were talking a storm in there for like 3 hours. Okay, yeah, buddy, you need to go to bed. So I happily went to bed because I had beaten the game and then got halfway through it within 3 hours, and I was a beast at it. Now I can hardly even play the game. But then I started to get more stuff. Like, at my mom's, I got a laptop. This, like, bright lime green laptop that changed my life. It was crazy. I mean, I'd never seen so many buttons in my life, but like, my dad would let me use his sometimes. But not that much. Like, I had this lime green laptop was all mine. Now my tablet was basically my computer. I did most of my stuff on there. I typed on there all the time because I had this little Bluetooth speaker that's lost at my cousin's house because he stole it and he's a jerk. Well, he was a jerk. Now he's a pretty nice guy. But I mean, yeah, I use this thing all the time. Like, all the time. And, oh dear God, I spent at least like 6 hours a day when I was home from school on this thing. Well, at least not when I was at my mom's. But then, like, now, not even a year ago, I got a headset. I got a professional level YouTube mic. I got an HP computer, Windows 10 Pro. And you know what's the best thing? It used my TV as a monitor. So I just have like this giant screen that looks like it's an old-fashioned computer thing, but in reality it's just my TV. And I brag to my friends all the time about it. They're like, dude, that's so cool. I wish I could have that cool of a life. And I was like, dude, it is fun, but it does come with its responsibilities. There is taking care of the computer, making sure nothing happens. Like, it's a lot harder than they think. And I'm going to tell you guys the same thing, especially for those of you who are younger people out there. I'm going to tell you that right now. With certain things comes insanely huge responsibilities. But anywho, like, now I have this gaming thing. It's a Black Widow gaming keyboard that I got, and it glows green, for God's sakes. Like, grass green, like summer grass green. Like, it goes off and on, and I love it. And there's even USB ports, so there's like this mouse coming out the side of it with a gray and black wire. And this thing is a beast. It's a normal mouse and has a scrolling pad and everything. It has like Has a little scrolling pad and the 2 buttons on the side, all that good stuff. But the main thing that I love about this mouse that I'm using right now to draw this very animation type thing, draw my life, whatever. And the coolest thing about this mouse is that there's buttons on the side that also glow different colors. There's also the Razor Kraken logo on the back that's now glowing blue, and now it's it's insane. Like, I got this out of anything else I could have gotten. I got the coolest family in the world with everything that I've ever wanted. I mean, like, I have an iPod too now. That's bright, like dark, like a darker blue. Like, I love this thing. I spend most of my time at my mom's on this thing, which is also half the time used against me because I get in trouble a lot up there. Not my fault, by the way. Well, sometimes it was, but most of the time it wasn't me. But yeah, this thing, I spend who knows how long on this. Like, I have a blue cuttlefish thing on the back of this that I just adore because I think it's really cute. Don't judge me for using real metaphors. I don't even give a shit. But, like, these are all the electronics that I have. I probably have more that I haven't even listed. Oh, yeah, there's also the computer over here. Like that, just giant black box with all these stickers on it, like Pokemon stickers. There's a Nighthawk thing on there, too. A giant CD thing that goes right down the middle, and I think that's freaking awesome. Like, yeah, it really doesn't get any better than this. And, like, it was just awesome. Like, I was living the life of a rich man. My family's not rich. Definitely not rich. Oh, by the way, this green laptop down here is definitely broke now. But now I'm playing games like Fortnite and that kind of stuff that I really enjoy. Especially, it's even better when you guys are there to watch me play it. It's just awesome. But yeah, that laptop's definitely broken now. But, I mean, and then there's the greatest gift of all that I have online. And that's YouTube. That's my YouTube family that I love so much. And that's coming from a guy that really has no YouTube experience, except the 54 videos that I've done. But that's it. Those are the only videos I've ever done. That's it. It's just amazing to me that this has happened all to me in such a short amount of time. But yeah. Like, wow. This is just insane. Like, how far I went from just a joystick to all of these things. I love this stuff. I also now, I even have a Twitch account now. Like, which is even crazier. Because, I mean, like, all the best YouTubers and stuff like that have probably gone to Twitch. Just wow. How far I have come in this is insane. But wow. thank you all so much for watching this. Draw my life. This is pretty much all I've had so far in my life, because I'm still pretty young. I mean, like, I'm 11 years old. What else am I supposed to write down? Like, but I will see you all later. I love you all. And I don't know what time you're watching this. Good morning, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good night. It's a good night for me.